The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I couldn't put that thing in for it.
Everybody, line in. Everybody, go to 54, go to 54, line in.
This is Elliott.
He's got one on the cover.
Ezekiel Elliott, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. On second down, it's Bell. Bell sheds him off. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 27 yards there, a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
I hate that.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. On second down, it's Bell. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check, line 54. Line 54. Pick up the ball. Lady. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check that.
To throw is Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Adam Gase having a belief in his guys. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Darnold now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He almost fucked up. I had square.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kill all that
They're
shit.
piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's a touchdown for the Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I'm on a different level right now.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
I'm going to pick up the song.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, 46. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams...
Let's go defense, bro.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. 7-7, our score after one. So the Cowboys will punt it on fourth down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Jets. Right there outside. Right there. 54 Mike. Oh, yeah.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And running scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he can't handle
that, baby.
That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think Le'Veon Bell's now recognized mainly for his hesitation move, but he makes so many people miss. I think that's what makes him an elite runner in this league.
He's been doing that since high school when he was a Groveport Cruiser in Ohio and on to Michigan State. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out, and the Jets have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Watch the fly. And 47. That's 57's Mike. Here we go. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. It's Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Man out.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
I had one at first.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Again, it's Bell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Darnold completes it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
I'm throwing out this information.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A first down throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air again, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. On 3rd down, Bell gets through and now an opening. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
He's all in now, so he's first and
Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
We got to step it up.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. This looks like a free play for Prescott. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped.
Hey, come on,
well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
He ran away from
First down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Get that ball. Hey, kill. 57's right. You're not ready.
Now Prescott on 4th down.
I saw him play flat, too.
Michael Gallup. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 46. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Yeah. 57's the mic.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This is Bell. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Bell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down, New York. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
Darnold on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.